Sam, thanks for joining us today. So Aspire recently announced its September quarterly activities report. To start with the headline, can you run us through what were the key takeaways, important takeaways from the previous quarter?
Sure. Look, Q3 2025 was very important for Aspire. We've achieved some significant milestones, one of which was having the Government of Mongolia endorse that the Murun-Uliastai Highway Project will be built under a private-public partnership arrangement. That's very important for us because that's aligning with our plans for building that very road and transporting coal from the Ovoot Coking Coal Project. On top of that, we've built infrastructure on site, expanding our current camp and establishing a workshop, warehouse and office facility, which is going to support further construction and initial operation out of Ovoot.
Fantastic. So you mentioned the road is central to Ovoot. What does the private-public partnership agreement endorsement actually mean for the company, and how does it shape timing?
What it means is that the government is endorsing that they want this road built, and they want it built under a private-public partnership arrangement. The process from here is that there will be a tender release from the government against which we're going to be submitting a proposal to build this road. Now, the build, operate, transfer arrangement covers for a period of about 25 years. We will be looking to establish this road under a special purpose vehicle funded separately from Aspire, and then Aspire will access this road for haulage of coal from the Ovoot project by paying a toll fee per tonne of coal hauled.
And how does it shape timing?
The timing of the endorsement is a little bit later than we'd hoped for. It means that first construction work is likely to begin in 2026 on the road, assuming that we're successful in bidding for that tender. And what that means is that the commissioning of the road is likely to be at the end of 2027. Due to the extremely cold winters here in Mongolia, we really much rely on the summer seasons for road construction. It's just infeasible to do a lot of the road construction work across the winter seasons.
Got it. And moving to site activities, what was completed at Ovoot during the quarter? Could you summarise for us?
The existing camp was expanded so that we can accommodate now approximately 150 people reasonably comfortably. We've built a workshop, warehouse, office facility that's going to be the focal point for the actual work in the construction activity that's upcoming over the next year or so, and then also the mine development work that's going to be starting now next year.
And where are contracting discussions up to?
Look, we're deep in discussion with the preferred bidder that was identified in the tendering process earlier this year for both wash plant and rail terminal infrastructure construction. We've had to adjust the construction program in that EPC contract to align with the road project. We need to commission the road at the same time that we commission the wash plant, commission the mine. It's imperative that we have the paved road in place to enable haulage of product to market.
And you simplified the legacy marketing rights in the quarter too, I believe. What's the benefit of that?
Oh, look, that's actually really, really important to us. Talaxis, who was formerly a subsidiary of the Noble Group and Aspire's second largest shareholder, they were interested to explore their options to sell their equity stake, and we worked with them to identify a local Mongolian investment fund called Nordstep, who were willing to step in, and as part of this deal we were able to negotiate for payment of a royalty fee that we could take back the legacy marketing and other contract rights that Noble and hence Talaxis once held over the Ovoot and Nordstep projects. This is really beneficial to us. It gives us back full control of marketing our coal. Certainly increases our ability to negotiate prepay arrangements for the coal that will come from Ovoot, and really importantly just gives us full insight into the sale of coal to our end users.
That's fantastic. And could you briefly run us through the financials and the immediate outlook there?
Sure. Even after this quarter where we've had a reasonable amount of construction work happening, our cash and bank balance remains strong at just under $10 million. Once we have successfully locked away the CHPP and rail terminal EPC contract negotiations, which are attached to a debt financing arrangement, we will be able to communicate further how we're going to be raising the rest of the capital required to bring Ovoot into production. And at this stage, we're still working to reduce that number, certainly looking to avoid equity investment as possible.
Great. And I guess to wrap up with any updates on the ESG or community or governance side that you'd like to share?
Look, there's plenty to update across all three of those areas, but I'd like to start first with governance. I think if our shareholders don't know already, it's important to know that we've had 2 additions to our board, 2 independent non-executive directors. One of whom, Zola, a Mongolian citizen. She brings great legal and financial acumen to the board. And Greg, he's got 30 plus years of infrastructure project delivery experience, and both of them have already really contributed to the board discussion and shaping what we're doing. So that's great. On the community relations side and ESG, again, it's been another strong quarter of engagement for us. We've had our team out on the ground, working with local community, informing them of our project plans and updating them with how we're actually delivering on what we'd said to them we would do. Also, we've awarded 20 scholarships to local university students from the Khuvsgul province. That's had a very positive impact. And then we've been very focused on ensuring that we're engaging local businesses and local people, employing them. Also, we've awarded 20 scholarships to local university students from the Khuvsgul province. That's had a very positive impact. And then we've been very focused on ensuring that we're engaging local businesses and local people, employing them on our project. During a quarter with the construction work that happened, we engaged 3 main local contractors. And at peak activity, we were seeing greater than 50% employment of local people on the project, which is, that's significantly more than what I've experienced previously on other projects here in Mongolia. So really happy that we're able to cooperate with the local community in this way, and it's really building a lot of momentum to see this project executed successfully.
That's brilliant. Well, Sam, thanks very much for the update.